Audio issues. My OBS didn't want to seem to cooperate. My girlfriend was on the phone, so I was in a group for a little bit. When we last left off with this rogue, he was at 14, so we got to 15, and we got a little bit past 15. We did that on Desert Madmen and Skeletons outside of Freeport. Group just ended, so we're heading back to Freeport and see if we can't find us another party. Also, we're getting these little EXP items. I mean, in total, we got like 400,000 experience from these things. I apologize in advance. There may be a loud ding. Alright, there we go. That should help with the audio a little bit too. Light blue. Alright, I'm just gonna... Hopefully I can just handle anything that gets in my way on the way to Freeport. Hope everybody's doing okay today. Haven't streamed in a few days. I had work that I ended up working like a 17-hour shift, and then so I just kind of collapsed Thursday and Friday, and then it was my girlfriend's birthday on Saturday, and we went to a wine expo. It was fun. She had fun. And then Sunday I had to mow the grass, and I hold a D&D campaign with my coworkers every other Sunday. So we did, I mowed the grass in the morning into a little bit of the afternoon, then I took a nap, then I did D&D, and then we just kind of watched TV until we went to bed. But we're back, and we're streaming. Alright, let's do... We're already in say. Go bank some of these items that I picked up, sell the rest of this junk, maybe get some water and other stuff. I get a pretty good little helmet though. That tarnished circlet, 8 agility, 6 dex. It's not bad. Man, I'm happy with it. Let's put that stuff in the bank there. That one in there too. We can auction that later. And let's sell all this trash that I do not need. The volume difference between like going up and down, it's crazy big. I'm always worried that on the stream it sounds way louder than necessary. I don't see my little guy lighting up though. He should be lighting up when I'm talking. Oh, you know what? I know why. I can fix that though. Let's go fix that real quick. There we go. Okay. Yeah, when I do D&D, I put it on push to talk. As a courtesy to my players. Let's get another 10 of these. Just for good measure. Probably find the button. There it is. Repair my crap. Yeah, I don't really like need food. I don't think I do, because I can't really solo very efficiently on a rogue, but I don't have that much left. Let's just do 15. And sell that bread, because it's not even as good as what we can use. Here we go. Not doing too bad. Let's see, is there anybody in LFG? YFF, as in like fly for free? That free to play anime-ish MMO? I know a guy in high school who like swore by that game. I tried to play it with him one time, but after like 20 minutes, I just couldn't. Oh hey, there's a rogue. Look at them sick swords. Love all these weapons. They just don't make them like this anymore, do they? Okay, let's see here. No, I said in the last stream we would look at maybe working on looking at the quest and like NPC editor that Sandstorm has out that they review. I think Sai said he reviews it daily. But I am currently working on getting caught up on the eqoaemu project. I was accepted to join those group of developers to work on that project. I got access to the code, and I have been reviewing it as much as I can in my free time, and I've also been like looking at some of the older discussions and stuff. So I think my time's going to be spent there. I don't know how they would feel about me streaming while I work on that. I don't know that right now is the right time to ask them that anyway. So we'll probably hold off on that for a while until I get my bearings as to what I'm going to be doing there. I think it's going to be a lot of like Lua and a few other things like quest and item editing and stuff like that. So it'll be fun. I just gotta, you know, take my time with it. I don't want to jump feet first into that and ignore the stream and ignore the website, only to get burned out on writing that code on top of, you know, my job of writing code. So did have some interesting stuff happen at my job. Most of it I can't really, like, I don't think I should talk about, but one kind of generic thing is I'm making a new, like, JavaScript spinner for, like, spin the wheel and get a discount type thing. Trying to make it a little fancy and make some confetti and sparkles come out of it. And trying to do the whole thing without using any type of image and just use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to build it. Which I know isn't impossible. I've done it before. It's just I haven't done it in a while. If that makes sense. Oh, come on. We got me. We got that group of 10, but they're too low. I could probably have started on my 13 quest. Placeholder. That's funny. But yeah, I could probably have started on my 13 quest. Probably solo that, and honestly that would probably get me to 16, which would mean a bunch of new spells. Because I'm only like a yellow and just a teeny bit of pink away from leveling. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. But I gotta pull the guide up because I really don't remember anything about that freaking quest. Let's see. Didn't even light up in the table. Oh, no, there it is. Table of contents. He is 248, page 248. Okay. Smoky Dagger, Golden Raiders. We have the trousers. Oh, there's level 15. I mean, if this pushes to 16, maybe we could do the 15 quest too. That might get us closer to 17. And then at 17, we have the 17 armor quest. Okay, let's see here. I just picked the quest up, I think, already. I'll check in a second. But if I did, we have to go to the wall. So let's see. Quest, speak with Nina. Yep, that's where we're at. I don't see a lot of, like, melee DPS that's not a bard or a ranger. I don't see a lot of monks. I don't see a lot of rogues. Yes, I'm aware I could return home. But even with the load screens, I think it's faster to just take the coaches, because then I'm closer to the wall than if I return home inside of Rivervale. Looks like we're going the same way as wherever these guys are going. Also, I added a new little thing on the left-hand side. If somebody puts a chat in, it should show up there, and if somebody follows on the right-hand side, it should do a little follow thing, which is kind of neat. I mean, I kind of want to test it real quick. Let's see what happens. This is a test of the chat system. Is it gonna work? Aha, it worked. Neat. Okay, we have to go to the wall and we're looking for Nina something. Nena. And off we go. So for the people watching this on YouTube, do you end up watching most of the VOD? Do you leave it running in the background while you do other stuff? Do you skip around, see a few things, and then drop it? Is there anything that I could do with the VOD that may make you want to interact with it more? I'm assuming we're like 15 minutes in, so I may be just talking to a very niche crowd right now. Alright. Oh, there it is. Wow, that did not take long. Okay. Alright. What is the latest on the goblin situation? Well, I've got some news for you. The goblins are retreating and forming a new camp. Retreating? Any idea where the new camp might be? The goblins have started to withdraw from the tower, but they are setting a camp deeper in the thicket. It looks like they have been organized by a high-ranking goblin. Okay. So I guess we have to go back and talk to what's his face. Let's just double check. Yeah. I mean, he is there, right? I'm not. It's not this guy, right? I wish there was a way through the door right there. She didn't have to go around this whole freaking wall to get to the other side. That's just me being lazy. But, you know. Off we go to save the day. People in the chat are talking about trade skills coming soon. One weird thing I remember, I just made a new character one day, and I ran outside of Freeport, and I killed like a level 1 thing, and it dropped Heart's Blood Alloy. And like I was like, oh my god, this character I just made is instantly rich because I can sell this Heart's Blood alloy for so much. Because everybody wanted it. It gave you like healing over time whenever you crafted it into armor. So everybody wanted it. One hit. Alright, here we go. And we made it back to, there he is. Gubbin. Mr. Gubbin. Alright, Mr. Gubbin. I'm in. Go to the Goblin Camp southwest of the west wall and find me a pair of spyglasses from those pesky goblin surveyors. So that should be surveyors, not surveyor. I feel like there's a lot of spelling and grammar errors with this like halfling rogue quest people. I've already noticed like the was misspelled and there were like punctuation mistakes, and then like that surveyor should be surveyors because it should be plural. Either that or the sentence should be structured to handle a singular instead of requiring a plural. If he knows there's only one surveyor, go get me a spyglass off of a surveyor. Or off the surveyor, I guess. I'm gonna stab this grass snake. Oh, there we go. Yes, the dagger, the natural enemy of the grass snake. I'm gonna keep looking for a group while we do this, though. The more I can out-level these quests, the easier it's gonna be for me to solo them. And the less help I have to ask for, I feel like, the better, especially when I'm playing this character. I'm trying to only play this character on stream. Which I think I've mentioned before, but that's the goal with this guy. So I can document the whole leveling process of Sandstorm at the current state. Ooh. Keep yawning. It's like 7:30. I don't know why I'm so tired. I feel like that for a few days though. Like I felt like I've needed so much sleep lately. A number of people have already joined our Discord. There hasn't been a lot of talk in it yet, but I was surprised that so many people have actively joined the Discord. Pleasantly surprised, I should say. Goblin Thieves, okay. Couriers, there's that commander. I could kill that commander now. I wonder if he drops a quest item. I'm betting he drops a quest item that I'm going to need at some point. Damn it. Damn it. How did I die to 2 light blues? Well, I guess that just happened. We gotta deal with that. Could easily just look at the guide. Huh. Nope. Apparently I don't need to even fight that guy, so that death was kinda for nothing. I have to go get this spyglass off of these goblin surveyors, and then apparently there's some goblin diggers by the wall that I have to get 4 pickaxes from. So while I'm out here, I might as well just go ahead and see if those goblin diggers will like pre-drop the quest item. Just save myself a run. I get why bards would have a I get why bards would have a small cell. I get why druids and shamans would have it. I get why rangers would have it. It's weird that rogues don't. But then you could say that about everybody. You know, oh, everybody should have Sal. But, I mean, warriors don't really have Sal. They just have, like, those little dash abilities. Rangers have it because they're kind of akin to druids, and they're out in the wilds. It's the spirit of the wolf, and they're rangers. And then druids, of course, and shamans are attuned with nature, so, okay, they get Sal. And bards, you know, their hasty music makes people want to go faster, you know, the quick rhythms and whatnot. I can get down with that. I just feel like melee classes, like warriors, should have some sort of small speed increase. Since they're, like, very physical beings, I guess. I can see the argument for them not to have it. But, like, giving monks and rogues a small dash doesn't seem like it would be that game breaking. Of course, we're talking about a game that's a billion years old at this point, so. Okay. Now, we have to go find these surveyors, and it's southwest from the broken wall. So we were heading in the right direction, but we didn't need to go up that freaking tower. Let's go. I do kind of want to play my enchanter, but I don't at the same time. Like, I like that enchanter, and I liked where I was going with it, but I played a necromancer in live. My main was a warrior. My alts were a necromancer, a ranger, and I want to say a shaman. And then I had a few like mid-level guys, but those were like my main ones. But necromancer was always my favorite pet class. But I do love the mage pets. The mage pets are so cool looking. I don't know. There's something about playing the mage I didn't hate, I just couldn't get into. How is that thing still yellow to me? And what? This is for a 13 quest? Is that the only one? He's right next to a white. What, 2 whites? No, a white and a green? That's crazy. I'll definitely die if I try that. So he has to be at least 16. Are there like some that are pets or something? Or is that the only one? I mean, if that's the only one, it kind of answers the question for the comment I made earlier about changing the text to be singular or plural. But okay, Mr. Bear. Well, there's the diggers. So maybe there's a. Nope. Okay. Oh shit. Keep that ability just in case he tries to run, which he is. Ah, good thing I did that. So that item I just picked up, that trash item, I had one of those on my shaman that he could actually like use, and I loved it so much. Damn it. Oh, I don't have the food. That's irritating. Come on, don't let me die here. Don't let me. There we go. Okay. Let's fix that freaking mistake and prepare these. Okay, well the foreman is awfully close. Not a huge fan of that. Also don't see that going much deeper. How many of these pickaxes do I need to complete this quest? 4? I need 4 of these pickaxes. So I gotta kind of farm these guys for a minute. Hey, come attack me. I don't want to get too close and pull your fucking foreman. Oh, well, whatever. Guess I'm pulling the foreman anyway. No, 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 no. Nope. Nope, not liking this. Shit. Okay. Oh, really? I shouldn't have healed. That's what pulled him. I should have known better. Alright, let's... backstab. Let's open up a backstab on this little guy here. There's not another way. Yeah, there's not another way. Okay. Alright, there we go. We got a good little opener on that guy. Oh, but of course he didn't drop a pickaxe. What a jerk. Man, I really should have got more of them eggs. Would be neat to give that pickaxe to a dwarf. Oh, shit. Alright. Did he attack me before he even spawned? Yeah, he did. You jerk. There we go. Got camera fixed. Did I get... what is this? Seal of the whatever. Guardians of the Veil. Attack plans. Should have opened up with a backstab on him, but, you know, whatever. Hindsight's 20/20. Okay. If I get close to this guy, that guy's just gonna pull like he did last time. So let's just annihilate this dude first and get him off the field. Alright. Nope, don't come down here. Let's not have you do that. Oh, you're still gonna do it. You jerk. I'm gonna die here. Unless I waste food. Yep. That is 1,000 Tunar just gone. Any of these do I have now? Still just 2. Okay. I mean, it's kind of I guess it's kind of a moot point killing these things now, because I can't really... I don't think I'm going to be able to solo that one yellow without help. Okay. No, 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 no. Shoot. I feel like I'm just wasting food. Well, that wasn't great. I still think the aggro radius on a lot of these guys is broken. I stand by that statement. The sandstorm guys should definitely look at the aggro radius on these mobs. Alright. I guess we can try one more time. Unless there's just enough people to form a half-decent group in the group finder. There's a paladin, but... Yeah, because the guide says it should con yellow to a 13, but if it's conning yellow to me at 15, it'd have to be conning red at 13. So at its highest level, it should be white to me, not yellow. Which also means the mobs around it should also be lower level. So like that white should probably be light blue. Homie, you inviting me or what? Or did you already find it? No? Stab. Stab, 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 stab. You know the maid from Hasbin Hotel? That would have been a good name for a halfling rogue. She stab, 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 stab. I don't know that that dude's gonna invite me. That traveling salesman that doesn't sell anything. Not a very good salesman. He had one job, traveling salesman. One job. He didn't do it. That should be enough. Okay. Let's get a ton of eggs. Forget how good first aid is. I'm not saying that, I'm not implying that it is good. I'm saying, like, I don't remember if it is good at all. I don't remember it being very good. I don't remember it being worth a CM that it costs to unlock it. I guess he's just like waiting for me to do the group invites. What just happened? I remember back in the day, you could always tell who did or didn't have keyboards, but that exact thing right there, where they would just use the little auto command thing. I'm probably gonna get just utterly destroyed trying this, but so oh, I don't want to remove illusion. Yeah, that paladin was just waiting for me to invite. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I buff. Well, I want to open up with a backstab on him, and then run back. I'll drop that one, and then just unload on this guy here. Let's try it. I'll drop. Yeah, this was a terrible idea. I don't see how 13s are supposed to do this. I mean, even if you had a group of 13s, that's still going to be rough. That's not great. The level scaling has to be wrong there. Between the level scaling being messed up and the aggro ranges definitely being off, it makes questing so bad, especially at these lower levels. Well, I'm gonna have to get like level 17 or 18 to be able to do my 13 quests. I'm gonna have to. Which means I'll have to be in my 20s if I want to try to solo the 15 quest. But if I was 13, that won't be yellow. The white ones, or the green ones would be white. If I was 13, the yellow would be red, the white would be yellow, the greens would be dark blue to light blue. And I pulled 4 of them. No, even a full party, that would be rough. Maybe once I figure out that, maybe once I'm done messing with the eqoaemu stuff, you know, once I need a break from that, maybe sometime next week or the week after, I can put in some fix requests for that on by actually making the changes with the admin tool that they have that everybody can use for Sandstorm. Of course, I gotta figure that tool out. Shouldn't be that difficult though. Figure out. And since that's public, it probably wouldn't be a big deal for me to just do that on stream too. Alright, this group we're going to crocodiles. Crocodiles are always good. Good experience. I don't remember a rogue's hide giving you this much of a slow either. Feels like playing a rogue you are just very disadvantaged in Sandstorm right now. I don't know if that's by design or not, but it's not great. And if people are right about the AC being broken, then it makes it even more difficult because soloing was already difficult as a rogue, but now your AC isn't working. I mean, you have decent agility, but you should be dropping your stuff in strength and dex. under, let's see, Gorm. Guess we got us a mage. We'll have an outside healer. The whatever he is he's a shaman. He's a level 30 shaman he's gonna bring. Apparently he dual boxes. I'm sure dual boxing is super easy right now. 1, the accounts are free. 2, it's an emulator, so you can kind of somewhat macro everything. As opposed to dual boxing back in the day, you had to have 2 PlayStations, 2 network adapters, 2 copies of the game, 2 subscriptions, and you had to be able to run 2 controllers at the same time. Not necessarily at the same time. You could just, for the healer, you could just set the heal, target somebody, and then match the button as needed. But I don't see how you could dual box a DPS back in the day. There may be a way. Might be a way I'm not thinking of, but it seems difficult to me. I wouldn't have tried it back in the day. I mean, I'm not gonna try it now that it's easier anyway. I'm just me personally. I don't want to dual box, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, tame crocs are yellow to red. Get us some nice little experience here. Is that us? Yep, that's a 30 shaman. Alright, so there's our ranger, there's our mage, and I guess our tank died? That sucks. Alright. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. These pets look so cool. Like a big earthen golem thing. And then their fire pets are just insanely cool. Their water pets are cool. And at the end, they get Jinn, which are awesome. Necromancers also get really cool pets. But, like, the aesthetic of mages is, in my opinion, much cooler. But the Necromancer gets cool pets and a bunch of utility. So, where, you know, I guess you get like a damage shield as a mage and you can conjure stuff. But your conjured items, like, nobody really uses them. And your damage shield, okay, I'll give them that. That's like one good utility spell. And they're just weak mages after that with decent pets. But like necromancers, if you go power path, you can restore people's power, you can drain health, you can heal your pet with your own health. There's just and your damage is on par, if not better, than a mage. Alright. Here we go. Now we got our tank back. Elf Paladin. With his little wood shield. If anybody is in the stream right now and can hear me talking, is the audio of the game compared to my voice coming through good? Like, can you hear the game halfway decent? I can't really tell until I go look at the VOD, but can't pickpocket anything from these guys anyway. I might as well just stay focused on my abilities. Drain so much mana, it's nuts. 26,000. Get wrecked. These are gonna go through quickly. I kind of want to reset my abilities. Not happy with that. Let's do a cold shot here. And sneak attack there. I know they're not in perfect order, but, you know, it's good enough. Good enough for what I want anyway. Alright. Go. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. There we go. Let's do this again. Why am I... Shouldn't have been out of range. I'm just gonna treat it like it is. Weird, but whatever. I don't want to get any closer. Pull this guy back. Come on. There we go. Outstanding. Outstanding. Alright. Now our EXP debt is paid off, which, good. So now we just need to see if we can't get leveled up. I guess ride this group out for a while. How do I not have no... Oh. Probably should be watching my power. But yeah. Ride this group out a little bit. Get some experience. And, you know, hell, maybe hit 17. And then go worry about questing. Come on, Mr. Crocodile. I need you to die, Mr. Crocodile. These EXP, like, MMOs that we had growing up were always so fun to me. Mainly because we got to, like, just hang out and talk to people from all over the world and play games. Even though, like, this is pretty much all it was just killing things on repeat, essentially. You had what, this, Final Fantasy XI, RuneScape to an extent. RuneScape had a lot more PvP focus. I guess focus isn't the right word to use, but the players, a lot of the players had more of a PvP focus. it wasn't until WoW came out that the whole questing dungeon experience became a thing. And from a gameplay perspective, I'm not going to argue that it's not better from a gameplay perspective, because it's less monotonous, but you also lose a huge community aspect of the game, where your reputation means a lot to the server. Because if you had a bad reputation, no one wanted to party with you. And if nobody wanted to party with you, you weren't going to find groups. You weren't going to find groups, you weren't going to level, you couldn't do anything in the game. But the... I can't say this word. Anonymity? There we go. That World of Warcraft got rid of the community aspect of the game. Which is what I think a lot of us want. There isn't a game that is going to give you that very fine line of community to gameplay ratio, you know? But sometimes that's what you want. That's why a lot of people go back and play Final Fantasy XI. That's why they go back and jump on Horizon. Those private servers that only go to 75 cap. That's why people want to restore EQOA. That, yeah, they might still play WoW, they might still play DDO, they might play Elder Scrolls Online or New World or whatever, but they end up coming back to these games for a while, and then they go back to those games, and then they just bounce back and forth. Which is what I think a lot of us do. Probably more so like the millennial gamers. I don't know that the younger gamers ever really experienced the social MMOs, which seems like an oxymoron. Social MMO. I think I said in another stream, you know, I met a really good friend of mine, one of my best friends, through EQOA back in the day. Ooh. There's a ring. I'm taking that. Ninja loot. Not actually gonna ninja loot. It's a major ring. I'm not gonna be that much of a jerk. I'm trying to think of the only times I ever ninja looted. I'm not gonna say I never did it, but it's very rare that I ever ninja looted anything. I can't think of any time I did it in EQOA. I do remember doing it on WoW. I'm trying to remember what it was that I ninja looted, but it wasn't even anything significant. It wasn't like a mount or like a super rare piece of armor or a legendary piece or anything. I don't remember what it was. I think it was like some crafting stuff that I really needed, and I just didn't want to wait. Because there used to be crafting quests that you had to like collect stuff from mobs. Oh shit, I leveled, okay. I feel like I should really put some into stamina, but I also feel like that's a waste. Let's keep going with strength, try to get that up to 90. So we can do a little bit more damage. Oh wait, I can use new spells, right? Haha! Okay. What are my new spells? Lift, so it's a better steel. Poison blade. Put poison blade here. Let's put that there. We're not really using caltrops right now. So let's put cold shut at the bottom. Actually, you know what? Let's that those in the right order. Alright. Let's use poison blade to see what happens. See how good it is. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's nifty. I like that. Huh. Not mad at it. Did a good deal more damage that time around. I should be using this more sparingly because mana, but my first cool looking attack, so I'm gonna enjoy it. There we go. Pretty nifty. Pretty nifty, if I do say so myself. Okay, let's see. I still feel like maybe the gameplay audio is either too loud or not loud enough. And I don't think anybody's in chat right now to be able to tell me. I also can't check my stream thing while I'm doing this because I have to use a controller to play this game. Well, I guess I don't have to, but you know, I'm gonna. It's apple cider it up. I don't think I've ever had apple cider. See, like, I'm betting that the crocodile noises are coming through pretty okay. But I think, like, the background noise of my character running around and stuff like that, or like the mist spell noise and all that isn't coming through. I gotta get behind it. Derp. Come on. Okay, whatever. I should have these two in a different order. Let's put backstab where poison blade is. Put poison blade where caltrops is. There. Because we're going in, with the exception of a called shot, we're going in order of mana requirement. So least to most, and then you're kind of the outlier. Or if I had a little bit extra. The only reason I'm saying I'm fun, because I don't remember where the roll command is. I can find it every once in a while, but... yeah. Cool looking attack. Reminder backstab. Shadow strike. All my shots. Sneak attack. Group. Creation. Organization. Why is it there? Group. Creation. Organization. Roll. Okay. Let's do my neat poison blade attack. I'm pretty sure it was yeah, it was rangers, because my warrior only got, like, his attack was a yellow attack, but rangers get a cool multicolored strike attack later on. I wouldn't pick a ranger just because of that, but it's still pretty neat. It would also be cool if my poison blade actually poisoned the thing. Like, if that was my way to apply a dot. You know what I could do? To run that test I wanted to run. I was mowing the grass yesterday, so I got my headphones, like, close to me. Yeah, I'm taking those. Now. Let's see, where did I put them? They're right there. Literally in front of me. Okay. I'm trying to get my headphones. wants to turn on with. There we go. I think just the right one is dead. That's what I was using when I mowed the grass anyway, so it makes sense. I thought there was an earring on this bad boy. Yeah. Alright, let's drop this guy down. Agility. Group creation organization. Oh, there's the dogs porking away. Hey, we got us a necklace. I mean, an earring. Or whatever. Ooh, HP and agility? I'm okay with that. Alright. And I can actually hear the audio. The audio doesn't sound terrible. I feel like the mix between the game noises and my voice is halfway decent. Yeah, I could be happy with that. I'm gonna put my regular headphones back on. Headphones back in case. Computer headphones back on. And we're good to go. There we go. Mr. Crocodile. Yeah. Any tanks for dead men or tank crocs? I'm running out of mana like crazy. Should engage, but let's hang back for this one to finish this drink so I don't just waste the money on it. Okay, and I crisscrossed the wires. There we go. It's like the one thing I'm not jazzed about playing with a controller. Yeah, I guess I could be wireless with my controller, but I like to have it plugged in just because I'm a nerd. But it keeps getting tangled in my headphone wire, which my headphones are not wireless, but they are super great headphones. Like, all I want to use now is this poison blade attack, just because it's cool looking. I don't keep coming back and harping on it, but I like it. Yeah, me and the ranger both answered at the same time. Could always plug my guild. Probably not, because I don't have anybody in it right now, and I'm not high enough level to put anything on for anybody. I think once I have a few high level characters, I could probably publish something on the website to get people to join a guild. Yes. That's it. There we go. I also feel like I should update my YouTube thumbnails, like generate some. Maybe have, since I use ChatGPT to do my artwork, maybe have it generate some EQOA YouTube thumbnails for when I post the VODs. I've just been using the logo for the VODs, and I know that's not great, but you know, it's not very eye-catching. Yeah, so I don't know that I'm gonna stream every night. It'll probably be a bit more sporadic. I'm gonna try to get more involved with the eqoaemu project, and then, you know, like I said, with work, I have responsibilities that I have to take care of. Do I want 2 of these? Can I roll for 2? 20 agility? Nah. I guess while we're doing this, I could ask ChatGPT. I like to ask, you know, Alexa and ChatGPT and any type of AI, even though Alexa's not really an AI, but you know what I mean. I like to say, please, you know, when the robot overlords take over, they'll know that I was nice to them. I was polite. I won't be killed immediately. Oh, no. We said strength for now. Get that damage up. Because if I can't survive long the kill, I can at least kill quickly. Yeah, best defense is a good offense, basically, is what I'm saying there. Yeah, you know, I'm not mad at it, ChatGPT. I don't hate it. I'm never good at doing two things at once. Is my number not on? What's going on here? There we go. Sorry, I am not being super talkative. I'm trying to do now 3 things at once. And like I said, I'm not the best at multitasking. I'm okay at multitasking when it's just thinking stuff in my head, but multitasking and actually doing stuff is not my forte. Jeez. There we go. Okay. Oh, well. Guess we lost the healer and the DPS. Let's see, is there nobody really to group with? He's 17, I'm 16. Guess we can just keep looking. Yeah. Could just do a who search. And some 14s, not really. 15 rogue isn't really going to help us either. 13 enchanter, too low. 19 mage, maybe. If he hits 20, he's going to outlevel me, though. Another paladin. A warrior, so tanks, but I don't We don't need a tank. We need like a healer and a battery. Ooh. There's a healer. Maybe. Warrior. A druid. Oh, they're offline. 46. Another paladin. Ton of tanks. Necromancer. Necromancer would be the worst thing in the world. Ooh, that enchanter. Yeah, I want that enchanter. Battery's always good. I should have added a question mark to that, but I didn't. Rogue. Another paladin. What is it with all these tanks, man? The other night I couldn't find a tank for the life of me. There's a 17 necro and a 17 enchanter. Oh, that other enchanter wants a group invite. Let's go back and find him. Come on, where are you? Dark blue. There we go. Over my footstool thing. Just do a who search again. Just pulled my stream back up and we got spam in there again. Come on, where's a healer when you need one? Warrior, druid. What was that druid? Oh, 43. Another paladin, warrior, 11 druid. A little too low. That I already asked that shaman. 12 shaman, still low. Wizard. Another paladin, a mage. 14 Oh. 14 wouldn't be bad, but I don't know that it would be able to keep up with the damage that's going to be output if we do something that's like level appropriate. It doesn't even look like there is any healers in our range online at all. Which makes me feel like if I made a healer, I would find groups so fast. I don't know, maybe the next stream I start a healer. I don't want to feel like I'm abandoning this rogue though, because this rogue has been a lot of fun. Let's go make the healer, and then I'll decide. Because it's not like we're going to find a group right now anyway. And that guy, if he was yellow, he's white to me now, and with the aggro radius the way it is, I still can't solo that quest. I'm trying to decide what race and class and stuff I want to make a healer though. I think I want to do a druid or a shaman though for Spirit of the Wolf and buffs and stuff. Because I don't think clerics are getting viz. I don't think that I think they have stronger, just straight up healing, but I don't think that like the utility loss from them is quite worth the trade-off, you know what I mean? Okay. Let's look at the stat difference. Okay. Oh, no, come on. Don't do that. Okay. It's masteries. Okay. Wizards, warriors, shamans. Okay. Shamans also get a pet. And I do like pets. So I don't know. Kinda leaning towards shaman. Let's go look at druids. The druids get a good healing spell for their class, like a path. Elves make the best druids. Not huge on elves. The clerics also have like a huge list of races I can pull from. I think like the fun and utility of a shaman is too tempting to pass up. And they need wisdom and stamina the most. I mean, trolls are better by a small margin. You know what? Not really. I mean, barbarians would be a little more well-rounded. Let's go with barbarian. Barbarian shaman. Let's get this to 80. And get this to... Let's just straight up bring that to 95. Okay, we need a good barbarian name. Let's see. A Viking name would probably be kind of fun. Maybe cool to fund like a lore, like a shaman that's big in the lore. Trying to find a good lore name. The Wolf Prophet. Gron Tarkog. If we're gonna just like really lean into the barbarian stuff, let's go with the tribal tattoos. Full hair. I'm debating brown or red hair. I already have a black-haired and a redhead. Let's go with brown. And I should be able to customize the character later anyway if I wanted to, but you know, it's whatever. Okay. Probably just blast through the first shepherd's mantle. Okay. Oh, right, and I can turn into a bear too. I don't know how I forgot about that. think they can only go as far as using leather, right? I want to say that's the thing with shamans is leather armor. Alright, we're looking for, was that it? What were we looking for again? Taylor Akeson? Taylor Akeson. Taylor, alright, let's see, here's some tailors. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Shepherd's mantle. I also think soloing on a shaman would be a lot easier. Damage output isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's not great. But, you know, compensate for that. You get to heal yourself and you get a wolf pet. And your bear form increases your stats too. And barbarians just naturally have a load of strength. Like, I'm starting off with 65 strength. That's not bad at all. Okay. And please, every shepherd, just be knowledgeable. Go explore now. Okay, I don't need to explore. Spirit Masters, okay. Did I get? Okay. I was just wondering if maybe I got one of those EXP tokens I got on my last guy. I guess it would make sense for a low-level character to get that token. Then everybody would just start level 1 characters and... We're just running around. Did get a few better thumbnails from ChatGPT. So, see, that guy's dual boxing his warrior and his shaman. Seems like his shaman's leading though. Wouldn't you want your warrior to lead so you can just macro the heal onto your warrior? I don't know, I don't dual box, so I guess my opinion isn't super valid in that respect, but we just seems the logical path to me. Set my ledger, cast Light Wolf, is everything guide you on your adventure. Turn to Brezro now. Okay. I don't know that I'd reach level 12 here, but I mean, getting to Mord isn't that difficult. As a barbarian, and well, without invis though, getting through that tunnel of somewhat high-level orcs probably would be a pain to get to Heth and Fae. If I wanted to go that route to get to Freeport. Eh, it is what it is. I could just keep going south from Mord and, you know, just follow that river straight south. I should eventually hit DM. And then if I hit DM, then I could hit High Pass. And if I hit High Pass, I'd hit Freeport. And then from Freeport, I could go north and get Click and Teth and Fae easier than going through that tunnel. I don't know. I'll think about it. Yes, I'm ready for my next quest. I need you to go across the bridge. And some Teach the rats that infest our home a lesson. Slay the rats and bring me 3 strands of their fur. Okay. So it did say across the river, so they're either up against that big wall back there or they're outside. I'm sure there's some outside though. Like it wouldn't be that big of a pain in the ass to run outside and kill them real quick. But I bet there are some rats like up against that snow wall there. I know this isn't Game of Thrones, but this game wasn't like the TV show Game of Thrones wasn't out when this was. But like now, I think it would be cool if there was a, you know, the Watchers on the Wall type deal up there. I probably do need to hit like level 8 or 9 maybe before I start running out. I don't mean like out of this place, I just mean out of the like making my run to the other cities. I think I get Sal at 12, but I don't think soloing out here till 12 is a reasonable or feasible thing to do. Maybe it is though. We'll find out. I'm also wondering if I just want this guy to be a stream character where I only play him on stream, or if I want to play him off stream and just keep my rogue as the main stream character. I honestly kind of forgot what I'm supposed to be getting off of those rats, but getting experience right now anyway is not a bad idea. Let's make sure we get the quest items. 3 strands of rat fur. How many do we have? 2? Okay, so we need 1 more strand of rat fur before we go turn that quest in. But we're gonna need money anyway to get whatever the quest item is to build whatever item they're gonna have us build. So, killing and getting experience, good. Getting items to make the next quest easier, good. There's no real downside to this other than time. Just bats. Not seeing a ton of rats. I bet they're more up against the wall where I was killing the other ones. Oh, there's one. And I know this doesn't make sense, but the larger strides of the barbarians makes me feel like they run faster, even though I know they don't. Oh, no rat fur on him. We are still missing a quest item. You know, when I'm playing my rogue or really any other character, I always end up getting just a ton of shaman and cleric and stuff gear that I should probably be saving, I guess, to put on this guy. Find somebody who would be nice enough to trade it for me. Drop your fur. Need your fur. I don't even remember seeing a screen to loot anything. Like, he died and just instantly despawned without giving me any loot. No, it's just another one of these spiders. Come here, spider. But like, it may just be a good idea to do what I was doing with my rogue, in that I basically leveled him off of killing stuff and gathering a bunch of supplies, and then going back and turning in this quest, and then like turning in all my other quests super easily, so that it like power leveled me to 8 through the easier quests. I feel like that's always a pretty good method to starting a new character in EQOA. I also feel like that's something that you know after you've played the game for a while. It's not innately apparent, maybe to a completely new player. Oh, there's our quest item. So he's gonna want us to get like some kind of item off of mobs, and then go buy 2 resources to make whatever, just like every other starting quest. That's gonna be our level 4 quest. We get close to level 4, that'll throw us experience into level 5, which is always a good thing. I've kind of streamed already the lower levels of characters twice. Now, admittedly, I didn't get the VODs for when I was doing the troll stuff, the first 2. So I'm thinking I could just play this off stream, this character, until he gets about the same level as my rogue. But then you're also missing out on getting to see the quest that people could use as like a quest guide, a visual quest guide. Or I could just do visual quest guides later, you know? It's not the worst idea. I feel like the good path, like the good quote-unquote good races of this game, which, I mean, realistically, if you were looking at a chart, you would definitely just objectively say that they're good aligned races, like morally good. I feel like their coaching paths are so much better than the evil races. And I think most people would agree with me on that. I think you get about the same amount of coaches, but I feel like the closeness of stuff with the good aligned races is better. Like, there's more around those coaches. But I guess also admittedly I didn't play evil characters a ton other than like my necromancer, so I don't know that I'm giving the best representation. Like, I'm not the target demographic of that. I mean, if anybody knows though, like if anybody wants to correct me and say that it's just as easy or easier, you know, let me know in the comments if I'm just a jackass. Or if you just want to call me a jackass for the sake of calling me a jackass, you know, whatever. Floating rat. This was a common issue in live, where they would just kind of float like this, but it didn't really hurt anything. It didn't make them... Oh, I say that, and I have no line of sight. 99.9% it wasn't an issue, of the time it wasn't an issue. But of course, as soon as I say something, that's when it's going to be the issue. I'm hoping these don't all become light blue as soon as I'm done killing them. What? Since when does Scandal have necromancer pets? I mean, you know, whatever. I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. Jesus. She also has monk weapons? Okay. Whatever. You know, I don't even know what the barbarian, racials are. Like the CM racials. I wonder if they're any good for shamans. Because the shaman I had back in the day was a troll. So... Well, I guess, you know, I was saying I didn't have many evil aligned characters. I had a troll and a necromancer. Like, half of my high level characters right there. I had a halfling rogue. I had, my necromancer was a freeport human. My ranger was a queen's human, and my warrior, that was my main for years and years and years, was a, freeport human. Oh, okay. Let's bring that to 100. I feel like we should bring intelligence up to 60, but probably wouldn't hurt to do a little more research on shamans before I start just dumping points into secondary stats. But I think my main goal on the shaman is going to be healer, so maybe charisma needs to be a good secondary dump stat. But I'll read up on it. Alright, I think I'm gonna get maybe half a yellow before I go turn that quest in. I could just turn it in now, because whatever it leaves me off at, I'm gonna have to come back out here to kill stuff. I don't, actually, you know what, I don't think I'm gonna have to come back. I might, I don't know, whatever. But I have to go down this hallway here to get, quest items. I'm pretty sure everybody has to go down that hallway to get their quest items. And if that's the case, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Alright, let's go. The guards here, like, that's such a flex to hold that halberd by the bottom. I think it's gotta weigh like a metric ton. And to hold it at the bottom like that, instead of the middle, where the weight is distributed evenly. You guards don't need to flex that hard on us. Alright, let's go turn this bad boy in. We definitely have enough fur now. I think I was about halfway. Now I already know Trista for our next task. He sells high level spells, because we're level 4 now, so we should be able to get some spells. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna sell everything because I want to go farm whatever the next quest item is. Just to up my experience points and pad it out for the next level. I'm not gonna need these. Okay, I need that, I need that. That's not gonna hurt. Take that. I'll take that. I'll take that too. Take that. And that's all those. Level 8s though. Let's see. Finesse, corrosive, antidote, invisibility. That's what I really need. And I know I'm not anywhere close to 12, but let's just go ahead and get Spirit of the Wolf for later. Let's learn as much of these as we can. Alright. Let's set our spells up real quick. Attack, trial toughness, inner fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do inner fire there. Let's do curative there. Let's do root on the next page. do buffs down here. And then once I get like a big heal, I'll make that underneath my heal, like a lower heal, a bigger heal, and then a like status revive thing. And then here we're gonna put these type of abilities. That's a dot, right? Yeah. Put sleep there, put the dot there. And that'd be our direct damage spell. And then the other 2 free spots here we'll save for, what you call it, like wolf form or bear form and pets. But where would I put Sal? Right? Did I get the next quest? No, I didn't. I just wanted to go kill stuff. Okay, I actually think we're gonna call it here for the night. Check the valley. Yeah, see the tunnel. Small spider eyes. Okay. Yeah, see, I knew you were going to go in that tunnel. Alright, so I think we're going to call it here for tonight, guys. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. And if you're watching the VOD, I appreciate your views. And, you know, keeping up with our little story here of building this stream up. Hope you guys have a great night. And goodbye.